Coach Haire, you get your second win here at Rupp Arena. Moving on to Saturday, just talk about opening statement for how that feels right now and what do you all have ahead of you?
I'll tell you, it feels good. All the compliments to George Clark. I thought they did a tremendous job. Well-coached team, well-balanced team. It was a hard-fought win.
First question's from Josh Moore. He says, Coach, you all stormed out of the gate and never let GRC get too comfortable. How critical was that to letting your guys get into rhythm?
It's always good to have a good start. We did come out well offensively, but, they were matching us almost at times bucket for bucket. So it's good for us to come out well like that. But I'd like to see a better job on defensive end too.
Along that line, Jeff Moreland with the Winchester Sun, he asked, can you talk about what changes you made to slow down GRC's Jerone Morton?
I'll tell you, he's one of the best basketball players I've seen all season. Very strong, has a lot of talent, a lot of skill level. I think when we went zone in the late in the third and fourth quarter, we seemed to match up a little bit better. But beyond that, he's a very good basketball player.
Alandre, it's clear your team is unselfish with its passing. Has this group always been like that, or has something different clicked?
No, we always been like that. We've been playing with each other forever. So, that just carries on over the years.
Evan Dennison, 48 points in the paint tonight. Considering their size, that's pretty impressive. How key was that today, Coach?
It is key. They are higher percentage shots. You said about how unselfish these guys are. They've been really together since kindergarten. I have a picture with 5 of them in the same kindergarten class, and the other was in the next door. So they've been together for a long time.
For Coach, how impressed were you with your team's ability to keep the foot on the gas for an entire game?
Well, it didn't feel like it at the time, but I'm always impressed with them. They work hard. They do make you a little bit nervous at times, but they do work hard, and I'm very pleased about that.
Troy Howe, you guys could be playing Bowling Green in the next round. Can you talk about the regular season game, coach and players?
Well, the first time things just kind of steamrolled against Bowling Green. They're a very good basketball team. I think at the time we played them, they might be at the end of a 7-game away stretch at home. It was just one of those games. They're a very talented team. I wouldn't take anything from the score from the first game if we happen to play them tomorrow. What's your answer to the next one?
I think somebody may have thought we had Jaquias, if I'm saying that name right here, but he is not with us. No. But the question, I'll give it to you, Coach. It was the second game at state with 20-plus points. How does it feel to make an impact and help lead the team into the weekend? What about the performance?
Well, glad to get the win. I don't care how many points it by, but glad to get the win. But this young man, this is Khia Sherrard over here. And Khia, how does it feel to get the win?
It feels great. I've been playing with these guys forever, and I just love to win with these dudes.
For the players, and I'll continue on to ask you this. Have you started hearing a lot about the 2000 team? I know you weren't around for that, but do you hear chatter about it?
Yes, sir. One of our players' dads plays on the 2000 team, so he reminds us a lot, and we've watched the games over time, and they were a very good team.
For Andrew Chernoff, for Coach, what are you most impressed with about your team right now?
Well, it's their ability to get up for the moment. They're always ready to play, but they're not always ready to play well. But they have been playing well, and that's what I'm impressed with. Their ability to get themselves in the moment, get themselves to play well, and I just hope it continues.
This is Jason Frakes, and obviously looking ahead to whenever your season ends, but looking for any kind of update on Jaquias's recruiting situation. What do you think a college would get if they were lucky enough to get him?
I mean, they would get a very complete basketball player. You know, he understands the game. It's almost like when he's playing, everything's in slow motion because he can see things, he can see cuts as well as these guys can too. But they are, I mean, he's exceptional. But like I said, the two guys that got sitting on the east side of me, they're exceptional also.
Yes, sir. Just for the players, you got the first game out of the way yet on Wednesday. Was it any easier getting out here in front of this crowd today, or is it starting to feel more comfortable being in this arena?
It's starting to feel more comfortable. It's just like really just every day, just a new setting. I just like playing with my teammates, so it's just always fun.
It's just another gym, but I mean, it's bigger, but I mean, we got the same people out there supporting us that we would at any other game. So it's just like another game.
Okay, we'll give it a couple seconds here in the chat if anybody has anything else. All right, we'll let you all go, and thanks so much.
Thank you.
Coming up next will be George Rogers Clark, quarterfinalist at the 2021 Sweet 16. Their head coach, Josh Cook, will be joined by number 4, Aden Slone, number 11, Jerone Morton. Feel free to go ahead and start getting questions into the chat as soon as possible. Thank you. Thanks, guys, for joining us. Coach, that was obviously a high-level high school basketball game and a real good one. Just talk about, what didn't go well for you, talk about what did, and just your overall impressions on the game.
We didn't shoot it particularly well early. We kind of got ourselves in a hole. And they're so fast in transition that, if you don't make shots early, they get a chance to get out and fast break, and they got some points in there. They got 5 ball handlers on the floor. So when they get you down, they're pretty hard to make them make turnovers and things like that. But, they're a heck of a basketball team. I thought our guys gave a great effort. I feel like our heart was there and we were trying. If shots fall early, it gives us a better chance to control the tempo.
Evan Dennison, coach, you moved to that 1-3-1 zone out of half. Did that seem to be effective? And that's something that just an adjustment you made?
It's just something we were basically, we tried it, and I thought it was very effective. I thought we had a couple chances there too. If a couple of things go away, the ball bounces their way, maybe a call or two there, just helps swing the momentum back. I think it would have gave us a little more of an edge, but they're just so well disciplined with all their ball handlers that you got to be so careful because they're going to make you pay for it. But it was something we used, and also Trent Edwards was doing a heck of a job in the back line as far as protecting the rim, and it was the best shot we had to be able to put some pressure on them without giving up too many easy layups.
This is from Keith Farmer. Each player, if you could answer, just what are you going to reflect on when you think about this season? Go ahead.
I really don't know.
What's going to stand out to you when you think back on what this team accomplished?
At least we made it up. And how hard we worked. We'll be back next year.
Yeah, I mean, we had a rough year, overcame a lot of adversity, and still managed to go back to back. So I'm just going to look back on all the good memories, eating with the team, hurt for the seniors, but we already went back to back, so we're going to make it a trifecta next year.
This is from Jeff Moreland of the Winchester Sun. Coach Cook, you mentioned after the Oldham County game that E-Town would bring pressure. Can you talk about that defensive pressure you saw today and how your team responded?
I thought we did good. The thing is, they make you uncomfortable on your entry passes. And so if you don't do a good job of your spacing and timing isn't almost exactly perfect, it's going to disrupt it a little bit. And for one day's, preparation, it's kind of hard to get, to kind of really simulate that in practice because we were trying to keep legs. But our guys done a good job. We were able to get shots. Some are 3-point shots, just didn't fall. That would have helped change. But we were able to at some moments really control our actions and get to the rim and allow some guys to make some plays. But I give E-Town credit; they done a good job of putting ball pressure and denying your wing passes. So it really kind of disrupts what you want to do.
Okay, for Coach, talk about the spark that Sammy provided today off the bench.
Mhm. Well, our team is filled with, and I've always said this, with some really great role guys. And Sammy gave us something up top with enough IQ to kind of understand what we were trying to do as far as play that, it's more of a tandem half court trap. He's a high IQ player, and he really didn't see the floor on Wednesday, but he understood what we were trying to ask for, and he's long and he's going to give you his best. So, he helped really kind of just put the guys where they need to be as far as defensively and allowed to put some ball pressure. So, he's a sellout guy for a program. Really proud of him.
I guess it's a sort of a wrap-up question from Troy Howe. He guys said, you guys started out the season on fire. How much did the COVID cancellations and then the midseason injuries hurt momentum?
It was hard. I mean, I'll say this, you can't go back and, you got to live in the moment and live in the present, not really go back in the past. But we were playing so well early on. And then, with already trying to deal with the COVID situation as it is, having a lot of guys who missed out on opportunity to come back. And then Jerone, we're considered one of the top 10 teams in the state of Kentucky during that time. And Jerone breaks his wrist. So was trying to adjust to that. Then we had a couple guys roll their ankles. Then we went on COVID protocol late, and it was tough. I mean, it just, when you have to take those 10 days off at the moments we were in, it was tough. You guys just get out conditioned. And, then all of a sudden, in my opinion, a lot of people started, are they as good as we thought they were? All people were writing this basketball team off. And, but I'll say this, once they got back into flow and got back into condition, got back into rhythm, and he got healthy, and, we made it to the Elite Eight. So I feel like this team accomplished a lot more than what people were thinking they were going to do during a period of time.
Be the final question. Evan Dennison, Coach Wellman is the lone senior in the rotation that you'll be losing. Our expectations going to be high next season, and what's your brief outlook on how excited you are to have the majority of them back?
First and foremost, it'll be tough. There'll be a lot of guys that have to replace with Jared Wellman, a guy that he's always going to give his best, do what he can for the team. For Reed Johnson, Chris Morton, and Dylan Gibson, those seniors all filled a valuable role in their team. And we were talking about in there, we wouldn't be where we was without the guys who decide in practice to fill those roles and do those jobs. But I'm excited, and I believe this. And it's if you can get down here and play well your first trip, your second trip, you might really do something special. So I'm excited for them. I think they get it, but also, like every year, expectations are high at GRC. So we want to represent that. And I'm sure we'll work hard in the off season, and hopefully the situation keeps improving overall. So we'll be allowed to do that and hopefully make another run next year.
Congratulations on a great season. Thank you all.
Thank you.